2022. We are live at the Cross Insurance Center for Class C quarterfinal day. My name is Mark. I got Chris joining me today. And Chris, we saw a couple good defensive teams get 2 wins this morning. PBHS Howells pull out a 14-point win, and then the Dexter Tigers pull out a 13-point win in 2 girls games this morning. What do you think of those, Chris?
PBHS has got 3 or 4 girls that can really put the ball in the basket, and they also put on the defensive pressure. And for Dexter, just another defensive exhibition put on by Jody Grant's team.
No doubt about it. That's the tradition for the Dexter girls program, and they did it yet again today. And but they got some key contributors too. Hannah Dean finished in double figures. Elizabeth Kenny had provided senior leadership out there, and Jocelyn Page headed for double figures in steals. You don't see that much at any level, and she came up big. And they did a great job on Sage Phillips, a key player for Callis. Callis came in known as a 3-point shooting team. I don't even think they shot one in the first half. Dexter didn't even let them shoot one, and they only made one the whole game, and that was in the second half later on when the Dexter had a double-digit lead. So just impressive all the way around, huh?
Yeah, it certainly was. And as we talked about off camera, wasn't really truly an upset in our mind. It might have been in the seeding, but the way Dexter plays and their style really wasn't a surprise. I think we said that Dexter's matched up with this Callis team, I think, on 5 different occasions in a quarterfinal game, and I think Dexter's won all 5 now.
They definitely have had a lot of success, that's for sure. This afternoon, the boys take the floor. First up is the Dexter Tigers again. This time the boys team, they're the number 4 seed. They face Lee Academy. What are you expecting, Chris?
I think we might have a real style there of real offensive type game. I can see them running up and down the floor. Both teams, I think, want to get up and down the floor. I have not had a chance to see Lee Academy this year, but Dexter mostly led by Will Neers, who's one of the top players in Class B.
No doubt about it. I actually think it's going to be an opposite type of game of you, because I think it's going to be a lot like the girls program. The boys program runs things through the defense also, and they like to control the pace of the game. If it's up and down, they can do that too, because they've got the players. They might not be that deep off the bench though. So, Kazinas leads the way, but they got a solid group. Bryce Connor and company, and they got a good solid start lineup. So, maybe I'm not expecting quite as high pace as you, but I think Dexter could play either way. But Lee Academy is the number 5 seed. I wouldn't look past them, that's for sure, and there should be a good one there. Following that, Fort Kent, the number 1 seed. Speaking of one of the best players in Class C, Travis Delisle, is that. And, facing Callis, number 8 seed. So, obviously Fort Kent's the favorite, but we've seen stranger things happen. Look at what happened to Winthrop last night. If that can happen to them, where they just had a bad night shooting, it can happen to anybody, and anything could happen. What are you expecting of that one?
I haven't seen either team, so it's hard to say. I will say our Class C quarterfinal day here at the Cross Insurance Center should be a lot more competitive games than some of the lopsided scores we saw yesterday in the Class D quarterfinals.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back and talk about this evening's and tomorrow morning's Class C quarterfinal games. Be right back with you.
Sluggers baseball and softball training offers a variety of classes and leagues to expose you to a wider view of the game. Sluggers leads the way in baseball and softball training with industry-leading technology such as Hit Tracks that combines a traditional batting cage experience with modern analytics, all from the virtual diamond of your favorite ballpark. Check out Sluggers today on Facebook, schedule online, or call 207-951-2250 to start your journey with the best training staff around. Excellence starts at Sluggers.
Back with you here at the Cross Insurance Center as we're, again, getting ready for the afternoon session. Dexter and Lee will get things under the way. We talked about those matchups. Let's go on to tonight's matchups, Chris. First one, number 4 Central, number 5 Hodgson. Kind of similar to the Dexter Callis game, though. Central played that tough schedule and Hudson, they had a couple tough games. Southern Aroostook, defeated them twice, but overall, kind of like Calais, Hudson maybe not quite as battle tested as Central, huh?
Yeah, Central's really been battle tested, and again, Hodgson played a little bit of an easier schedule, so that will be quite an interesting game to see what happens there.
No doubt about it. Top seed is Stearns, led by Allie, and is going to take the floor at for the final game of the night. And they face a Sumner team who I saw play. I actually saw them play against Central, and they actually stayed with Central for a good portion of that game at Central. So, I mean, they're capable. If Stearns has an off night, they're capable of staying with them. But it's going to be an uphill battle against a very talented Stearns team, huh?
Yeah, it certainly will be. And I think nerves are going to play a lot of it with the even Central being here on this Cross Insurance Center floor for some of the younger players, much like Sumner, who's never played here. Last time they played in the tournament was in 2013. That was at the Bangor Auditorium. So it'll be interesting to see how some of them younger players handle that pressure.
Yeah, not just, I mean, even, their best player, Izzy Allen, is a sophomore. There was no tournament last year, so this is her first time on this floor too. So it takes a little bit to adjust. I'm sure she's talented enough where she can do that quickly, but it's going to be an adjustment. And shooting wise, that's kind of a factor here early on. And Stearns, Allie has been here, and we'll see what happens tonight in the nightcap. So tomorrow morning though. Central and Hodgson will play, and PBHS and George Stevens. Let's start with PBHS George Stevens first. I think a lot is going to depend on the status of their key player, Dansby. He did not play in the prelim game. We have no idea if he's going to play tomorrow or not, but I think that matters a lot, because if he's not on the floor, that changes everything. And, so we'll see what happens there. What do you think about that one?
The Howlers have, 2 or 3 guys that can really put the ball in the basket. So, again, if Gatsby's not healthy or he's not at 100%, even if he is playing, that could be a very big upset, number 10 over number 2.
Yeah, and then Central will play tomorrow. They play Woodland. I think I said Hodgson, but they play Woodland tomorrow. The boys do. And another one where Woodland's very talented, very, very talented, and they got a couple of the best players in the league. But again, Central had that tough schedule, and they went up to Stearns in the prelim game and got a big win. Simon Allen lit it up with 38 points, including his 1,000 career point. They've got a lot of momentum coming into this one, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do. And they, again, they come in as an 11 seed, but they're not a real 11 seed. They're one of the contenders, I think, for Class C for sure.
Yeah, and they really have been playing well lately. So that's a key thing there. What are you looking forward to most between now and when we talk again tomorrow?
I'd like to see some of these young players, especially for we talked about Izzy Allen from Central, and some of these players from Sumner later on too that are getting their first experience here on the Cross Insurance Center floor. It's be interesting to see how they handle those nerves, how they handle the crowd, and how they handle that sort of adversity here at first when they come out on the floor to play. Should have 2 great boys games here this afternoon as well. I'm looking forward to both of those.
No doubt about it. Some big one, Dexter Lee, a 4-5 game. Central Hodgson girls, a 4-5 game. Central has an 11 seed in the boys rank. Looking forward to seeing that, how they do against Woodland. That should be a very good contest, and I'm looking forward to that. And again, PBHS as a 10 seed will come in and play George Stevens also. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a lot of fun in the next 24 hours. Thank you, Chris. We'll talk to you, everybody, again tomorrow around the same time. Thank you.